Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Rich and this is Savage Supercars. I hope you're keeping safe, keeping well, and everyone's having a really nice Easter break. So today's video is all about engineering feats, dream cars for your dream garage, the total perfect hypercar really. And they really were a cut above everything else the industry's ever seen. Such clever engineering. I am obviously talking about the three hypercars that are EV models. So the first car we're going to talk about today is the Ferrari Laferrari. From every angle, this car is absolutely stunningly beautiful. There isn't a single bad line or bad view of this car. It's just absolutely amazing. And this car is available in either a coupe or the convertible, and the convertible is known as the Aperta. Absolutely stunning. If the coupe wasn't good looking enough for them to make the convertible version, it just took it to another level. It's just unbelievable. So the car was around, actually started production of the coupe in June 2013, and they produced it until January 2016. They produced just over 500 examples of the coupe. Absolutely stunning car, as I've said. The Aperta, the convertible version, was October 2016 until August 2018. There was only 210 examples of the Aperta available, and again, all of these sold immediately. The dynamics and the engineering capabilities remain the same regardless of the coupe and the convertible. And this was a 6.3 litre V12 producing 789 brake horsepower. But you had the added advantage of an electrical motor increasing the brake horsepower up to 950 bhp. Now these were sold for just over £1 million when they were new in 2013, and then I was selling north of just under 1.9 to £2 million, and the Aperta selling at about 2.2 million. Now the power and speed ratio of these cars was absolutely unbelievable. So the top speed was 217 mile an hour, and the 0 to 60 was 2.4 seconds for both Aperta and the coupe. I've been fortunate enough to see and be in a coupe. I've not been in an Aperta. I was a passenger in a coupe, and it was absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely amazing. I was at a trade show and there was a young guy there whose dad let him drive his LaFerrari, and he took us out for spinning it on the M25, and it was just absolutely amazing. So it really was an absolute rocket ship. And as I say, you can see from the pictures, the car's design and engineering are just unbelievable. They really are amazing. Now, if we're talking about the LaFerrari and that kind of benchmark car, we have to talk about the Mclaren P1. I mean, this car is unbelievable, isn't it? It really is. This was produced in October 2013 to December 2015. There was only 375 ever made. Excuse me. And this was a 3.8 litre twin turbo V8 producing 727 brake horsepower. But it also had the advantage of the Mclaren E motor, which gave it 176 brake horsepower extra. So it gave it a total combined of 903 brake horsepower. And these cars were actually, when new, £895,000 when new. And they're now selling for about 1.2, 1.4 million. And most dealers that get them, they sell very quickly. Absolutely amazing car, absolutely stunning car from every angle, every direction. It's just unbelievable. The top speed of this one was 217 mile an hour, and 0 to 60 was 2.8 seconds. So extremely fast. Adding that electric motor to the already powerful V8 engine just took it to another level. And it really did put it in the sights of the Ferrari Laferrari. It was just unbelievable. Now, the car itself, whenever a dealership gets them, they go straight out immediately. Just absolutely iconic car. And all of the McLarens moving forward have some kind of P1 iconic design feature. You can't miss, when you look at things like the 720S, I think the 720S was only a quarter of a second off the P1, but the P1, 2013. So, it was an extremely ridiculously fast car, and the engineering feat of these cars are just unbelievable. Now, the third car in this iconic stable, if you like, would be the Porsche 918 Speedster. Absolutely stunning car, amazing car. The advantage of this was it was a Spyder, so the roof could come off or stay on. It wasn't a separate model like the LaFerrari. It was a one model. Now this was produced September 2013 to June 2015. And there were 918 models in total produced. Now this had a 4.6 V8 giving 608 brake horsepower. This had an advantage of 2 electrical motors, and they combined produced 279 brake horsepower. They give you a total of bhp of 887 for the Porsche 918 Spyder. Absolutely unbelievable car. had a lot of features and benefits above the rest of the stable at the time. It was just an unbelievable car. Now, weirdly, the price on this car originally, when it was new, when it was first launched, was £511,000. It soon massively jumped up. They were selling quick, well, pre-delivery cars were being sold, people placing deposits immediately, and they started jumping up in price. Currently, they're selling for about £825,000 to £950,000. Absolutely amazing cars. Now, this one had a top speed of 211 miles an hour, but the 0 to 60 time, thanks to the 2 electrical motors producing propulsion from 0 to 60, was 2.1 seconds. So 2.1 seconds compared to sort of 2.8 and 2.4 for the LaFerrari and the P1. So it had its advantages from 0 to 60 time, and they're all capable of the similar kind of top speed, or well over 200 miles an hour. But just the engineering feat of these three cars is what makes them so special. You know, true petrol heads were very, very against the electric EV industry and the way it was going forward. You think of a Toyota Prius or a Lexus CT200, it doesn't instill sort of like, I've got to have one kind of feeling from a true petrol head. It certainly didn't have a Savage supercar icon, if you like. But moving forward with these three cars, they just took motoring engineering to another level, and all three of these cars are stunningly beautiful. There's not an ugly car between them. They've all sold immediately, and if you can get hold of one now, they're holding their premiums really well, and they're selling very, very quickly. But all three of these cars have the petrol-electric hybrid engineering, which again is just unheard of. And I know that a lot of companies are coming forward and doing this now. You've got the new Porsche Taycan. Obviously, Tesla have got their mark on this situation, fully hybrid electric motors. But these three cars were petrol and electric motors combined. They all have a 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. And as I said to you, the Porsche 918 Spyder was the fastest at 2.1 seconds. They all have a top speed of over 200 miles an hour, which is just unbelievable. Just, amazing power delivery for these cars. Just try and get your head around the fact 0 to 60 in 2.1 seconds and over 200 miles an hour top speed. It's just absolutely craziness. It really, really is unbelievable. All three of these cars, being sort of absolute savage legends, they've increased in value. Certainly the Ferrari Aperta is massively, massively holding its value at the moment. There's figures of well over £2.4 million for an Aperta. So it's absolutely crazy. All of these cars were pre-sold from manufacturer. They were just, as soon as people saw them, they wanted them, and they just sold and sold and sold. And even the sort of 918, having 918 models, they sold very, very quickly. Every single one of these cars belongs in any true petrolhead's dream garage. You wouldn't be disappointed with either of them. The choice would be a personal perspective on what you want. Would you say the LaFerrari was for really special occasions, the 918 is for day to day, and the P1 is for track days? I don't know. It'd be very difficult. I think if you had any of these cars, you wouldn't be disappointed with any of them. They're just absolutely amazing, iconic, savage, legendary cars of their time, and we probably won't see this again. I'm sure we won't see the breadth, the availability from both petrol and EV motors combined from these manufacturers, but hence the reason why they've just sold so well and are holding their value so well. So McLaren P1, Ferrari Laferrari, or the Porsche 918 Spyder, all three of these cars are legends in my eyes, and I'm sure you agree. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Please push the notification button. We're trying to get videos out as much as we can. Obviously, with the current situation of the UK and Europe lockdown, we can't get out and test drive the cars like we'd like to. But as soon as we can, as soon as it's clear, we'll be out there test driving these cars. We've got some really good road trips. We've had loads of people contact us about their vehicles to put on the channel. So lots and lots of exciting stuff ahead. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for support. We really do appreciate it. As soon as the lockdown's on, lockdown is off, KD will be back on the channel as well. We're going to try and get a Skype call with him next week and get him on the channel, because he hasn't been on the channel for ages. But guys, thanks for everything. Please stay safe. Look after everybody, and we'll see you next time. We take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.